Hi, welcome friends. Today we are going to see an amazing film. Without wasting time, let's watch the movie. In the beginning, 8 people come for an interview. It seems that they have come to a corporate company that hires intelligent people and pays millions. So these 8 candidates arrive for a test. They enter the room, take their seats, and on their tables they see an empty white sheet. Each sheet is labeled from candidate 1 to candidate 8. Then the invigilator enters the room, and another security guard arrives armed with a gun. Now the invigilator starts explaining the rules. The exam will be held for 80 minutes, and they have to answer only one question. There are only 3 rules. First, they should not speak with the invigilator or the security guard. Second, they should not spoil the given answer sheet at any cost. Third, they should not go out of the room. That's it. These are the 3 simple rules, and if anyone breaks them, they will be disqualified. After explaining the rules, the invigilator switches on the timer and asks, "Do you have any questions?" All 8 of them are intelligent, so they don't reply, because if they do, they might be disqualified. The countdown begins. When they look at the paper, there is no question written on it. Everyone becomes confused. A Chinese girl starts to write something on the paper. The invigilator notices this and instructs the security guard. The guard immediately grabs her and throws her out of the room. She is disqualified. Now only 7 candidates are left. Among them, a white guy speaks to the others and cleverly says that in the rules it was mentioned that they should not speak to the invigilator or the guard, but it never said they cannot speak to each other. The security guard does not react when he speaks, so they understand that they are allowed to talk among themselves. After that, they discuss and decide not to reveal their real names. Instead, they give nicknames based on their appearance. They call one the white guy, another the black guy, and another the brown guy. One girl has blonde hair, so they call her blonde. Another girl has dark hair, so they call her dark. Another girl is named brunette. Finally, there is one guy who seems innocent and doesn't listen to anything they say. They name him Death. That guy says something, but he speaks in French, and no one understands him. Now they begin searching for the question. They think the question might be hidden on the paper, so they hold it under the light, but it doesn't work. At that time, the blonde girl notices that there are emergency infrared blue lights. They break all the lights in the room, and the emergency blue lights turn on, filling the room with blue light. They place the paper under the blue light, but it still appears empty. They can't find anything. Meanwhile, the black guy notices something behind the blue light, another light. Seeing this, they use their shoes to break the blue light. After that, a yellow light turns on and fills the room with yellow color. They place the paper under the yellow light, believing something might appear, but nothing shows up there either. Seeing this, everyone becomes tense. Now only 60 minutes are left. The white guy goes to the Chinese girl's table and takes her paper. According to the rule, a candidate should not damage their own paper, but it never said they cannot damage someone else's paper. So he scribbles on the Chinese girl's paper with a pencil, but still finds nothing. Among the 7 of them, the innocent guy murmurs something in French again, but no one understands. At that time, the dark-haired girl says that the owner of the company is very mysterious. He never comes outside or reveals himself to the world. He always stays in the shadows. Hearing this, the brown guy becomes suspicious and asks how she knows all this. He wonders if she might be someone from the company who is secretly monitoring them to confuse them. After that, one girl explains that the rule only said they should not speak to the security guard. It never said they cannot touch him. So she walks up to him and checks his pocket. Inside, she finds a lighter. Just as she guessed, the security guard remains still. Using that lighter, they plan to trigger the fire alarm so that water will pour from the sprinkler pipes. They believe something might appear when the water falls on the paper. They decide to use the Chinese girl's paper for the experiment. The girl climbs onto the table. Everyone else keeps their sheets safe from the water. But the white guy secretly switches the Chinese girl's sheet with the girl's own sheet and gives it to her. Without realizing this, she burns her own paper and triggers the alarm. Water starts pouring from the sprinklers, and everyone holds their papers under the shower. Meanwhile, the security guard receives some instruction and approaches the girl. When she turns, she is shocked to see that her paper was not on the table. Before she could react, the guard grabs her and drags her out. As she is taken away, she shouts at the white guy for betraying her. After that, the fire alarm stops. The innocent guy goes near the clock, as if he is obsessed with something. The white guy goes to him and insults him badly. The innocent guy starts crying. Then the white guy forces him to eat his own paper, and the innocent guy actually eats it. Seeing this, the security guard comes forward, grabs him, and sends him out of the room as well. Now only 5 candidates are left. The white guy has been very rude to everyone, and the black guy is the only one who questions him. The others see everything happening but don't react, because for them, if the competition gets reduced, that is enough. The white guy behaves rudely again. Seeing this, the black guy gets angry, knocks him down unconscious, and they tie him to a chair. When he wakes up, they have shut his mouth with his own tie. He signals something to them. When they remove the tie from his mouth, he says that he has a disease and must take a tablet on time. If he doesn't take it, he might die. He says the tablet is in his pocket. When they check his pocket, there are no tablets there. The white guy says someone might have taken it and hidden it. He begs them to release him, saying he doesn't care about the competition and just wants to live. But the black guy doesn't believe him. The white guy says they don't know what will happen if he doesn't take the tablet. The black guy explains the symptoms as if he already knows them. He says the person will suffer from shortness of breath, become unconscious, go into a coma, and eventually die. The reason he knows all this is because the black guy also has the same disease. Meanwhile, another discussion is happening. They start suspecting the dark-haired girl, thinking she might be one of the company staff. The brown guy ties her to a chair. It seems he once worked in the military. He folds the paper like a sharp object and uses it like a knife to hurt her thigh. He tortures her and keeps asking what the question is. He believes that since the company is conducting such a tough exam, they must be looking for someone tough like him. The girl bursts into tears and cries, but he doesn't stop. This time he threatens her eyes and says that if she doesn't tell the truth, he will make her blind. Terrified, she cries and insists that she doesn't know anything. Finally, he says that after all this torture, since she still hasn't confessed, she probably isn't one of them. So he leaves her. Seeing all this violence, the black guy suddenly has a heart attack. The blonde girl quickly releases the dark-haired girl. Meanwhile, the white guy becomes unconscious. Now they realize that he really does have the disease. They all start checking each other to see if someone has taken his tablet. After checking everyone, they find nothing. Then the dark-haired girl becomes suspicious of the brown guy, because he is always chewing bubblegum. She goes to his desk and searches underneath it. Just as she suspected, the brown guy had stuck the tablet under the table using his chewing gum. They take the tablet and are about to give it to the white guy, but suddenly it falls through the grill on the floor. While the black guy is trying to retrieve it, the white guy's body starts trembling. At that moment, the dark-haired girl looks at the camera and speaks angrily, saying that a person is about to die and yet they are still continuing this exam. Meanwhile, the blonde girl uses her hairpin to retrieve the tablet from the grill and gives it to the white guy, saving his life. But because the dark-haired girl spoke to the invigilator through the camera, the guards enter the room and take her out. She is disqualified. After that, they release the white guy. Now only 4 candidates remain: the white guy, the black guy, the blonde girl, and the brown guy. Then the white guy suddenly says that he has already found the question. Everyone asks him what the question is. He replies that they themselves are the answers to the question. They argue that if there is only one question, there should be only one answer. But the white guy explains that sometimes questions have multiple options. One way is to choose an answer directly, which might be wrong. But another way is to eliminate the wrong options until only the correct answer remains. He says this company has chosen the second method. The real question is, who should the company hire? And now there are 4 options in front of them, the 4 remaining candidates. Before the others fully understand, the white guy suddenly rushes toward the security guard to eliminate the other 3 candidates. But the black guy realizes what he is trying to do. He pushes the white guy down and grabs the gun. At that moment, only 6 minutes remain for the exam. The white guy attacks the black guy with a pencil. Meanwhile, the brown guy also joins the fight, and the 3 of them begin fighting each other. At one point, the white guy manages to grab the gun. But when he tries to shoot, it doesn't work because the gun only responds to the security guard's fingerprints. Realizing this, he places the gun in the guard's hand and then points it at the others. He threatens them, saying they should leave the room themselves or he will kill them. The brown guy thinks for a moment, choosing between the job and his life. Finally, he decides that his life is more important and leaves the room. Now the white guy points the gun at the black guy and orders him to leave as well. But the black guy refuses and stays. Then the white guy points the gun at the blonde girl and tells her to get out. As she steps out, she suddenly shouts, "Lights off," to distract him. Using that distraction, the black guy tries to attack him, but before he can do anything, the white guy shoots. The black guy dies. However, the blonde girl had cleverly pretended to leave the room. She secretly kept one leg inside the room. At that moment, the countdown timer finishes and the exam ends. Only then does the white guy lower the gun. Now the exam is finally over, and only 2 candidates remain. The white guy believes the company will definitely select him after seeing how far he was willing to go to get the job. He shouts at the camera, demanding that they choose him. Meanwhile, the blonde girl notices a broken piece of glass on the floor. The white guy keeps shouting at the camera, saying that they need only one answer and that he is the answer. At that moment, the security guard walks behind him and shows the timer on his watch. Then they show a clock with 2 buttons. If the blue button is pressed, the timer goes 5 seconds backward. If the red button is pressed, the timer moves 5 seconds forward. Suddenly, the white guy remembers the innocent man he had earlier bullied and forced to eliminate himself. That innocent man had secretly pressed the button and changed the timer. Without realizing this, the white guy had spoken to the invigilator through the camera before the timer officially ended, which means he broke the rules. So they tell him, "You are disqualified." Frustrated, he points the gun at himself and pulls the trigger. But in his frustration, he forgets that the gun only works with the security guard's fingerprint. After a moment, he regains consciousness. Suddenly, a light flashes on the screen, revealing that the invigilator has been watching everything from another room through a transparent mirror. The security guard then takes him out of the room and disqualifies him. Now only one girl is left. She notices the spectacles of the innocent guy lying on the floor. She picks them up and also takes a small piece of glass from the floor. She suspects that something might be hidden on the paper. By looking through the spectacles and placing the glass between the paper and the spectacles, she finally sees the words "Question 1." Other than that, nothing else is written on the paper. Seeing this, she becomes confused. Meanwhile, the innocent guy enters the room. When she sees him, she smiles and walks toward him. At the same time, the countdown is about to finish. Confidently, she says, "The answer is NO." The actual question was the one the invigilator asked at the beginning, "Do you have any questions?" And the correct answer to that question is no. But the girl is even smarter. She doesn't say the answer directly to the invigilator. Instead, she tells the innocent guy, "NO," just as the time runs out. The invigilator appreciates her and says, "At least you found the answer." He then tells her that she got the job. But she replies, "I didn't say that I accept this job." The invigilator asks, "Why don't you want the job?" She answers, "Because of your exam, one guy died. I don't want a job where someone had to die because of it." The invigilator then replies, "Who said he was dead?" She goes to him and checks the wound. It turns out that it was not a real bullet. It was actually a tablet. Then they reveal the truth. An incurable disease has been spreading all over the world, like the one the black guy and the white guy had. This company has created a tablet that rapidly regenerates white blood cells and permanently cures the disease. To test this medicine, they conducted a tough selection process around the world. They needed someone who could make smart and difficult decisions. The innocent guy is actually the founder of the company and the one who discovered the permanent cure. But he is an introvert and only understands science. So they organized this tough exam to hire someone who could make smart decisions on behalf of the founder. Finally, they ask her again, "Now, would you like to take this job?" This time, she accepts the offer. And that's the end of the story. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.